Welcome to the Geriatric Millennials. This is Jayme.
And this is Beth.
And we are two oldish, youngish ladies talking about friendship today.
Yeah, it's important. And I just have to say, you are so good at it. And I'm trying to be better at it.
Thank you.
Like, you are a great friend and you have a ton of friends. You're a life of the party girl. And I'm here for it.
I don't feel like I'm a life of the party girl.
Absolutely. Like,
really?
Yeah.
See, I feel like I am in the thick of it, loving the party vibes, but I don't want to be the center of attention.
I don't think life of the party is center of the attention,
okay,
but you bring the energy.
Okay.
Like, if the party's kind of going down, you're going to bring it like, hey guys, let's like throw on karaoke or let's dance. You're going to make it fun.
Well, I freaking love a party. Like, all the parties. Can I have a party, please?
Yes.
When's my next party?
I have like 5 ideas for parties for you because
please.
And then I'm like,
let's do this.
Fine. But
tell me what they are. Why are you not telling me? Actually, I have lots of ideas for parties too. A lot of the time though, it takes energy. I don't always want to host parties. I love it when I get to go to a party that I don't have to host.
Yes.
I love that.
And I love it to be invited to parties that I'm not expected to go to. Like, to me,
like, because I invite you all the time and you're
I love that. I feel like to me is being a great friend to me, because you know I'm probably not going to come, but you always include me.
Yeah.
And
totally.
that means
like
so
tonight.
much to me. Yes.
Which you actually have other plans and I'm like, wait, what?
I know, it never happens. Like, and that's the other kicker is like, I never have plans because I am a loner, and I don't mean to be a loner. I just am. Like, my day-to-day is filled with like people and like talking to people and helping people and blah, blah, blah.
You, like at your work. So when you're done work, you're like, I'm done.
I'm done.
I don't want to do that.
I don't need to human again. Or if I want to human with someone, I want someone that I'm so comfortable with that they could come to my house and we can just scroll TikTok together, like not talking.
Okay.
Or watch a movie, and there's no like, I don't have to cruise direct.
Yeah.
And so I feel like sometimes that's where I struggle with friendship, is the cruise director / like being the instigator portion. Because it's just like, I just don't want to.
Yeah.
And I feel like if we're all adults, I don't need to. But then I feel like a hole too, because I'm like, but I want you to do the work and invite me everywhere. I don't know. I think as I've gotten older, friendship has definitely shifted in me. Like,
oh, same.
Yeah. How so? Like, how's it shifted for you?
I think that I don't have as much energy to put into relationships that I don't care as much about.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I feel like in the past, it was like every relationship was like worth my time kind of thing. Like, I would make an effort like in every scenario, and I just don't anymore.
Yeah.
Like for example, like, well, I don't know if I should do that. It's fine. I was going to say, I don't know if I should use this as an example because maybe somebody will listen to this podcast. But so for example, like with my kids' sports and all the other parents. So like in the past, I feel like I would make much more of an effort to connect with the parents. And now I feel like, I don't know, my life is full. And like during that time, I'll use that time for myself more.
Yeah.
Like I'll stay in my car and I'll read my book or something versus like going and like trying to build relationships with other parents. I don't know. It's just different.
I when I was younger, I would definitely, and by younger, I mean, this was just like 10 years ago, like 30s, which is sad to say. 10 years ago was the 30s. That's gross. But like where I was working, there was a lot of people that came in for like short term, like they'd be there for 2 or 3 years. And we were like similar in age. They were a little younger. And I would like, I don't know, I always just kind of felt like an interim friend almost, like, because we would hang out and like go do stuff and like whatever, and like while they were getting acclimated, and then they become friends with some like their core friends. And then I was just kind of like, okay. And then it always made sense because like, okay, well, we really weren't clicking. Yeah. I don't know why you invested so much time in that. And then there's also people that I'd invest time in, and it's like they leave so frequently, like 1 or 2 years, 3 years at best. And so it was always just like I kept getting my heart broken because like ever since I was young, like young, like a kid, I would like say like, oh, we're friends for life. Oh. Like we're in it, death till us part kind of friends.
Okay.
And like if I really liked someone and like wanted them to be an actual friend, not an acquaintance or just someone at school or hanging out, but an actual friend, I expected for life.
Yeah.
And that was my bad. And not recognizing how relationships change. Yeah. But now as I've gotten older, that's just much more in the forefront of my mind. So it's just like, I have to build my life upon the fact that like I could lose any of these friendships at any time. And even though I love and respect my friends and I want to be friends with them forever, like I can't hold on to it so that it's to the point where it's like they're moving away and now my heart's broken, or we just drift apart and now it's like, I don't know what to do with myself.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes any type of sense, but
yeah,
it's just been a really interesting transition for friends in the last like 5 years.
Yeah. I also feel that for me, it's changed in that I have less, what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say it in the right way. If a friendship is not reciprocal,
Yeah.
if the effort is not reciprocal, I back off and I'm not going to waste my time, because I only want to be in relationships really that are mutually, like, where I feel like that person's also a friend to me. It's not just me being their friend.
Yeah. I want you to want me in your life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not just,
Yeah.
I've recently realized too, like, I can't handle high maintenance friends anymore. So if you're someone that needs like me to call you every day or be like always respond to your texts promptly or hang out a lot, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And it's nothing against you. It's just not going to happen at this point. And that might sound selfish, but I got to take care of me first.
Yeah. Well, you know what I think probably affected friendships a lot is going through the pandemic.
Yeah.
I think because you said like in the last 5 years, but like if you think about what happened during the pandemic and how everyone had to become so isolated so suddenly, there was so many shifts. There were so many relationships had to be shifted, and so many things brought to the forefront, things we didn't have to think about before. There was so much stress. There was just like the convenience of the way we lived life before, and our friendship was in all of our relationships was just changed.
Yeah.
And it's changed forever. And so we've never gone back to what anything was like before. And so it's just, I think that's part of it for me.
I think that's part of it. I think it was perfect. It wasn't a trifecta because there wasn't 3 things, but the pandemic, but also hitting this like different age, like hitting my late 30s, early 40s. And I think with that comes a lot of, for me, has been like a lot of like, I'm cool with me. And I don't need to prove myself to anyone. And I don't need to like, I don't have FOMO really anymore. Like it just isn't there when it comes to, I mean, okay.
I do.
Yeah. But like, I mean, I would have FOMO for real stuff. Like if you had a big party and didn't invite me, I would have FOMO. I would be hurt. But it's different. Like I don't have to be at all the things. Yeah. For all the people, especially like I'll hear stuff that acquaintances have done on the weekend and I'm like, why wasn't I included? I'm like, well, you only say hi to them in the halls. So why would you be included?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's kind of shifted of just like, what about me? But yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to like navigate friendship in the 40s a little bit better now. Yeah. Especially like this last year, I just have a lot more room for friends. But I feel like I have more room for friends in my life because I'm not doing as much like with youth ministry and all of that stuff.
Right, because you don't have like 8 jobs at the same time.
Yeah, like I'm down to 1 job, a couple hobbies, and a couple cats.
Yeah.
But I haven't really like made the effort to like fill that space with friends. So that's why I've talked a few times before about like finding hobbies that are like friends hobbies to try and like foster those relationships. Because I saw the coolest thing. Because I'm single, I'm not married, and I don't have kids, and I'm probably not gonna have kids. Like I won't say I'm 100% a child-free person, like that lifestyle, but I don't think I'll ever have a kid out of my own body.
Okay.
And it's not like a strong desire other than to see what they would look like. I saw this TikTok about this woman, and there's this whole thing where if you don't have kids, you're like, oh well, who's gonna take care of you when you're older? And it's like, well, first of all, your kids shouldn't be your retirement plan.
The people that you pay.
Yeah. And then this lady was talking about how this woman was in like, assisted living type of situation. She was older. And they're like, oh, like, wasn't her kids here helping? She's like, no, who was helping her was her friends. It was her friends who were visiting. And she had friends all generations. And she's like, her friends are the ones coming to take care of her. Her friends are the ones bringing her meals. Her friends are the ones. And it was just like, I just think that friendship is so important.
It totally is.
Because it's like chosen family almost.
It is. And even when, like, I think about when my kids are grown, I mean, I'm still going to have my life.
Yeah.
And I read this book recently, and it was about people in retirement age, and they had these relationships with each other that, I mean, that was their world.
Mm-hmm.
Like a few of them had kids, but that wasn't their world. Their world was still really their friends that they were doing life with, because they're not doing life with their kids anymore. Yeah. And so I totally think that's a thing. Like that's a valid point you're making about how important that is.
Well, and I just see like now it's just like, I just want to invest in my friendships, specifically my female friendships.
Because you want us to take care of you.
Absolutely. I'm like, Jayme will be wiping my ass. No, but I think that I love the sense of community that especially like women bring together. Yeah. And I want more of that. Like I want more of that, like doing life community with other women in different stages of life to glean from and give to, you know. I think that that's really important. Yeah. And I'm trying to figure out how to make it gel for me. I've always been kind of like a person that has friends in pockets and they don't intersect. And so it's like, I just want more intersection with my friends. And I just want more, like, I would rather have 5 quality, amazing friends, ride or die, we get each other, I'm safe with, than to have like 50 friends that I have so much fun with, but it's a little more surfacey. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Well, I think that one way to get that is to have more parties.
I agree. I've been a little bit hesitant because, you know, I don't have a house. I have an apartment, which somebody pointed out to me recently. Like I said, oh, people are coming to my home. You mean apartment?
What?
Oh, excuse you? Like, I think she was making a dig, and I kind of, it just felt like they were trying to make me feel less than because I wasn't a homeowner, and that I was still renting at my age. And I was just like, that's kind of gross. Like, there's a lot of people that never get to own a home. And why shouldn't I look at my apartment as my home and make it a home?
For sure. And plus your house, I was going to say your house, because it's where you live. Yeah. It's so cozy.
Yeah, I try. Well,
I like it.
Packed. But yeah, so that's one of the things. I wanted to try and have more. I want to do a thing called First Fridays at my place, where it's like the first Friday of every month. I just have a different rotating event, and it's just come as you are.
Is that happening in 2024?
I think I'm going to start it in May.
I'm just assuming I'm invited to this.
Obviously. I'm just going to have like a roster of people, and it's like, if you want to come. If you can't, that's fine.
I love
and
this.
Then just have it be like every month be a different like thing.
I love this.
Yeah. I don't know. I just need something. Again, in my 40s, I just want to really invest in myself and my friends. And I mean that like reciprocal, safe,
but
happy
don't
friends.
You always feel, at least I do, like after I spend time with friends or like a good friend, I feel good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. A great friend session for me, my friendship battery will be good for like days.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's life-giving, and it's fun, and it's different than family. It's different. You don't have the same type of like baggage, responsibilities and expectations, and like, I don't know. It's great.
Yeah. I'm here for like low expectation friends, but with like high value, low expectation friends.
I like that.
Yeah. Cause it's just, again, like I know I have not been a great friend to a lot of people. I just wasn't what they needed out of a friend. Well, but I didn't have it to give to them.
Well, and so when you say like high maintenance, low maintenance, I almost hear it as like neediness.
Yeah.
Because you're saying like high maintenance, like I got to call you. I got to like put in all this effort, and like there's like an expectation that you have to meet.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, I'm not really interested in that either, because I just want my friends to give me the benefit of the doubt and to know that I love them, and that if I don't respond to their text, I have a good reason. And it could be that I don't feel like it.
Yeah.
Or it could be that I forgot. And like, that's nothing personal, and it's not like, and they don't need to get their feelings hurt.
Yes. That's all I want. It's just like, don't get your feelings hurt. That's so hard. It's so hard when a friend gets their feelings hurt with you. Yeah. It's just so awkward, and I need to be.
But I also think that if that happens, I want that friend to let me know, so I can be like
aware,
and also say like, I'm sorry, that's not my intention at all, and blah, 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 like make it right or whatever. But like, if that happens a lot, probably not going to spend a lot of time with that person.
I think it's fair too to just be like, our expectations in friendship are different, and like, and have those boundary things of like, this is what I'm willing to give in a friendship at this stage in life. Yeah. And if that's not that's not cool with you, that's fine. Like,
Yeah.
we don't have to be friends.
I just want to say that I don't know if I've told you recently, but I'm really thankful for your friendship because I feel like you're very low maintenance.
Listen, if you want a low maintenance friend, I'm your girl.
But like super high value. So thank you.
Oh, I love you too because like, again, you push me out of my comfort zone. And when we get together, I don't have to, like, I know I don't have to call you and it's beautiful. Like, I never have to call you during the week just to check in or text you to check in.
I feel like that would be weird.
Yeah. Like the times I have called you on the phone, I know at least twice. Both times I was in crisis.
Which I was really glad you called. Because I know when you're calling, I'm like, oh.
Yeah. If you see if you see my name come up on your phone, please just answer because something is like gone horribly wrong.
And the thing is like, this just reminds me, like I almost never talk on the phone anymore with people. Do you?
I have like maybe one friend that I FaceTime with because we don't live close. And I really enjoy that when we have those moments, but it's kind of few and far between. And a lot of times we'll do it like they're eating and I'm like cleaning.
Okay.
But like just talking on the phone every day to a friend, it just doesn't happen anymore.
No, I don't talk on the phone. I will text or I love the apps that let you do like a voice message.
Oh, yes, you do.
I like that a lot.
What was it called? Hokey Pokey? No.
WhatsApp?
No. There's another one.
Oh,
WhatsApp.
Marco Polo?
Marco Polo. Hokey Pokey.
But I do like those because I can watch them at my convenience or whatever. And so can you. But, and it's easier. I don't have to like use my thumbs to type a long thing. But
girl, I love a voice memo. I love recording a voice memo and like, let me update you on my life, blah, 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 send, we're good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I freaking love it.
Yeah. And then there's no requirement for me to have my attention, in this moment when I'm, doing stuff or whatever, listening to my book. I mean, I can mentally prepare myself when I'm going to have that space.
Yeah. To
engage back and forth or not. Like, but if you just get a phone call, like no warning, it just feels like, wait, what? Like,
yeah. And I typically always pick up for a friend because you never know. Because I've had to have called friends before when there's like stuff went down.
Yeah.
Especially if they don't call me often, then I'm going to pick up. But it is awkward sometimes. Like, they're just like, I just want to chat. And you're like,
well, okay. I also feel like I don't have the phone skills I used to. It feels kind of awkward to me because I'm always like thinking like, wait, is there more to this? Like, is there a reason?
Is there a reason?
Why is this? And I don't want to be like, why are you calling me? But I also am like thinking to myself, why are you calling me? Like, what are we like? What's going like?
What's the purpose?
Because I don't want to talk on the phone.
Yeah, yeah. I have to say though, recently I had a friend that I hadn't talked to in a minute. Like, there's always that list in your head, like, oh, I need to contact XYZ. Yeah. It was one of those. And they just kind of called me out of the blue because they had a minute. And it was really nice to reconnect in that way. And so I was really appreciative.
Yeah. But don't get me wrong. I want people to, if you want to call me, please call me. Like, but
I don't want to do the like, let's have a every other day check-in. I had a friend like that where we would call each other every day.
And I don't think I've ever had a friend like that.
It got to be not great because then it would become like the sounding board thing. And then I felt like after a while, it was like a lot of me getting the sounding board and them just talking. And then like, and how are you? I'm like, I'm great, blah, blah. Oh, I gotta go. Click. And you're just like,
kind of like more one-sided.
And it's like, if you're going to do that, call a family member. Like when I used to have a long drive, a long commute, I would just call a family member to check in. And that was, I don't know why it's different with like family, but it is for me calling on the phone than it is a friend.
Actually, I think that's true.
Because I will call and talk to my aunt and talk to her for like an hour and a half and be cool. If you called me and we were trying to talk for an hour and a half on the phone, I'd be like, girl, let's just go get coffee or something.
I think it depends on the relationship,
That's
obviously.
True.
I mean, because you have,
and location,
apparently you have that aunt in your life. Because like I don't ever talk to any of my aunts on the phone, ever.
I don't know. I just think it's like trying to just figure out how to communicate with people and how to be friends and maintain relationships is always just a trip to me. Because it's not one size fits all.
Yeah.
And
I remember back in the day writing letters.
Oh, yeah. I saw bundles of letters wrapped in bows from friends and family that we did correspondence.
I think it's amazing you still have those.
Well, I'm a pack rat. There was a guy that I was talking to and we would send each other cassette tapes back and forth. because this was pre-cell phone. So, and he couldn't call me.
Like
so
you would talk.
We'd talk into the into the recorder, and then you'd send the person the tape. They'd listen to it, and they respond back, and we would go back and forth like that.
That
was
is
like 2000
WhatsApp from 2000.
It's archaic.
WhatsApp.
Yeah, but it was like a whole thing.
Or voice memos or whatever.
But can you imagine? Can you imagine sending a physical copy of your voice to someone?
I think I did that too.
Yeah,
I did that too.
I got that tape. I have the tapes because again, pack rat for memories. I should pull it out and see if I
still have a cassette player.
I still have. I do have a cassette player.
Do you have a Walkman?
No, I have like a little baby cassette player because I was transferring my dad's music over from cassette, and so I have this little one. But I don't have a Walkman. I definitely don't have like a boom box, but I have something that will play a tape. But just there's a lot of wow there. Yeah. I used to talk on the phone a lot more, like when I was in college in like the early 2000s. I think the internet has kind of
100%. It's the internet.
Yeah,
changed everything.
It changed so much because it's just like this could have been a text.
Not to mention cell phones. Cell phones changed everything.
Yeah,
texting. I remember that texting was around for a long time, but that I didn't text. I didn't have an iPhone. I didn't text, and I remember my sister-in-law just being kind of annoyed, like why don't you text? Like get on with it, kind of a thing. And once I did, it changed my life so much. I was like, why did I wait so long?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Texting changed and now because of the internet, because of how connected we are, I mean, I can text all the way across the world. Like it's crazy that it's instant messages. Yeah. It's insane.
I think that you know how they talk about parasocial relationships, like you know people that you've seen online, but you don't know them, but you feel like you know them.
Like some of you listening to us right now.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm positive. But I have that sometimes with like quote unquote friends, especially people that like I'm friends with on like Instagram.
You're like,
but we haven't talked since high school.
Yeah.
But I've watched their lives now for the last 20 years online. And it's just like,
that's a trip.
It's so weird because I'm like, oh, I kind of know what's going on with you. Not really, but I kind of, and it feels like we have a closer friendship than we do. And I'm like, oh my gosh, random and weird.
Totally.
But wow. Anyway, so just look out everybody, because I might be coming for your friendship. Just 2024, the year of friends.
I love that. I was really happy that I got to meet some of your other friends recently.
It is always odd. It just is always odd to introduce your friends to your best friends. You know, like, I don't know. It's like, are they going to like each other? I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's just always kind of funny to introduce.
You were worried about people liking me?
No. Well, no. I was worried about people liking you more and being like, Jayme's great. And then just hanging out with you. And then me being like, guys, you can't become friends outside of me now, because that really is the worst. When you have two friends that don't know each other and you hook them up,
they become friends,
and then they kick you out of the group, and you're like,
yeah, that's not
shoot.
Cool. That's not cool.
It's like,
has that happened to you?
Well, kind of.
What?
It's fine. It's fine. I've done it to people.
I don't like that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's fine. It's not like you do it on purpose. It just happens.
Yeah.
So anyway, friendship.
Yeah.
If you're enjoying the podcast and would like to support the show, you can share episodes with your friends and family, follow us on Instagram at the Geriatric Millennials, or leave us a positive review and rating, all which help us to grow. Our theme music was created by the Finley Ghost. Check out their latest album now. Thank you so much.